Cristian Nodal and Ángela Aguilar, a timeline of love and drama. All right, folks, get your popcorn ready. Today we're diving into one of the juiciest telenovela-worthy love stories in Latin music. If you're not familiar with the names yet, Cristian Nodal is a hugely popular Mexican singer-songwriter known for heart-wrenching mariachi ballads. Ángela Aguilar, meanwhile, is basically Mexican music royalty, the daughter of legendary singer Pepe Aguilar, who was raised to continue her family legacy in ranchera and mariachi music. These two superstars shook the Latin entertainment world when they unexpectedly got together and, plot twist, got married in 2024. But the road to happily ever after was anything but smooth, marked by collaborations, breakups, an adorable baby with another woman, and a whole lot of controversy. Before we jump into the timeline, let's set the stage with the key players and a couple of notable exes. Nodal had a bit of a Casanova reputation. Some gossip outlets even dubbed him a conquistador of women who jumps from one relationship to the next. He's also known for making impulsive life choices like tattooing his face after breakups. Ángela, on the other hand, had a squeaky clean image as the teen darling of regional Mexican music, but there were cracks in her image many chose to ignore until this saga tested her reputation. And we cannot forget Belinda, Nodal's high-profile ex-fiancé, and Cazzu, Nodal's recent ex-girlfriend, an Argentine singer and the mother of his infant daughter. They're central to the drama, as you'll see. Now, let's rewind and break down how Nodal and Ángela went from friends to flames and all the bumps along the way. The story begins in 2018. Picture a press conference in January 2018. Pepe Aguilar is announcing his family's new tour, Jaripeo Sin Fronteras, and guess who the special guest opener is? An 18-year-old Cristian Nodal. In the audience is Pepe's daughter, Ángela, only 14 years old at the time, practically growing up on stage. According to later interviews, Nodal and Ángela actually admitted they had a little crush on each other back then, but the age difference, nothing came official of it. Still, the chemistry was definitely noticed. They even did some cute flirty banter on the radio show El Show del Piolín while promoting the tour, joking about their love lives on air. The spark was early on, just slightly brewing on the sidelines. Let's fast forward to 2019. The two kept crossing paths professionally. In July 2019, both were nominated at Premios Juventud, a big music awards show, and even performed a melody of classic ranchera songs together on stage. By now, Ángela was a poised 15-year-old belting out songs with Nodal. They reunited again in November 2019 at the Latin Grammy Music event in Los Angeles, smiling side by side for photos. Clearly, fate or the Latin music industry kept throwing these two together, building up a nice friendship and music rapport. Then came 2020, and with it, the game-changer collaboration. The November 2020 amid pandemic times, Nodal and Ángela released a charming duet called Dime Como Quieres, Tell Me How You Want It. The song's lyrics were basically flirty back and forth where Nodal's character is wooing Ángela. Little did we know life would imitate art soon enough. The music video and songs were adorable and fans ate it up. Perhaps a bit too much. People started speculating, their chemistry seems very real. Could they be more than just singing partners? The collaboration also stirred the pot in Nodal's personal life. At the time, Nodal was in a very serious relationship, in fact, engaged to pop star Belinda. Rumors swirled that Belinda was not thrilled about her fiancé getting all cozy singing a love duet with young Ángela. In fact, Mexican entertainment journalist Ana Maria Alvarado later revealed that Belinda was indeed jealous of Ángela's closeness with Nodal during the song project. Apparently, Belinda even kept Ángela at arm's length, perhaps sensing a bit of a threat. Can we blame her though? The writing was on the wall. Nodal and Ángela's professional chemistry was fire, and maybe Belinda's intuition told her there was something more. Eventually, Nodal and Belinda broke up down the line, but we'll get to that in a moment. Moving into 2021 and 2022, Christian Nodal's love life became a roller coaster. Front row tickets for all the fans to see. Nodal and Belinda had gotten engaged in May 2021 amid media frenzy. They were Mexico's it couple for a while. But by early 2022, the fairy tale was over. They officially broke off the engagement in 2022. It wasn't exactly amicable. There were hints that the stress of constant public attention and perhaps those jealousy issues took toll. Nodal himself later dropped some post-breakup songs that many believed alluded to Belinda being difficult. In any case, Nodal was back on the market and he didn't stay single for long. Enter Cazzu. Her real name, Julieta Cazzuccelli. By mid-2022, not long after Belinda split, Nodal was spotted with this Argentina urban artist, and soon they were officially an item. Talk about a pivot. Fans were stunned but hopeful. Cazzu seemed cool and low-key, and Nodal appeared smitten. He even changed up his look, edgy tattoos and punky style, and in 2023, the music video for his song Casualidades, they cleverly revealed that Cazzu was pregnant with Nodal's child, a moment that had fans melting. By September 2023, baby Inti was born, making Nodal a proud dad, or so we thought. For a minute, it looked like Nodal might finally be settling down. However, despite having a daughter together, Nodal did not put a ring on Cazzu. In fact, insiders noted he showed no intention of marrying Cazzu, even after baby Inti's arrival. Now here's where Ángela Aguilar quietly re-enters the chat. During the Nodal-Cazzu era, Ángela was ostensibly just a supportive friend on the sidelines. She even publicly rooted for them. Quick fun fact. Ángela publicly stated to the media that she didn't know that Cazzu was pregnant via TikTok and called herself a tia, an auntie of the baby. Oh yes, Ángela Aguilar basically adopting an honorary role to Nodal and Cazzu's little girl, which was weird, but she was expressing how excited she was. At the time, everyone thought, oh, that's sweet. Ángela's such a good friend to them. Spoiler alert, this would get very awkward in hindsight. But at least initially, Cazzu considered Ángela not a threat in her relationship, and there was no bad blood. Meanwhile, Ángela herself had a couple of short-lived romances during the years, including composer 15 years older and even an American football player. So it's not like she was sitting in the sidelines pining for Nodal, at least not publicly. Everything between Nodal and Ángela was officially platonic up until 2023 with their duet Dime Como Quieres, being their most noteworthy interaction. By the end of 2023, we had Nodal seemingly happy with Cazzu and baby Inti, and Ángela focused on her career. All was relatively calm until it wasn't. Buckle up, because 2024 is when this story goes from 0 to 100 real quick. In May 2024, out of the blue, Christian Nodal and Cazzu announced their breakup to the public. They posted separate statements on May 23, 2024, confirming that they were no longer together, just 8 months after their baby was born. Fans were shocked and heartbroken for Cazzu. She had just had the baby after all. The split seemed sudden. Up until then, there hadn't been any public signs of trouble. Immediately, the rumor mill went into overdrive, asking what on earth happened. We didn't have to wait long to find out, or at least to start speculating. Barely weeks after the breakup, eagle-eyed fans began noticing that Nodal and Ángela Aguilar were popping up in the same places at the same time. They were allegedly spotted in some hangouts in Texas and even a trip in Rome together. Nothing says rebound romance like a Roman holiday. The internet also picked up on a telling detail: Ángela Aguilar wearing a distinctive cross necklace that looked just what Nodal used to wear. Cue the dramatic music. Fans on social media were sharing evidence, blurry pictures, matching jewelry, convinced that something was going on between them, between the longtime friends. By early June 2024, the buzz was deafening. And then the confirmation came. On June 10th, 2024, Cristian Nodal and Ángela Aguilar officially confirmed the romance relationship in an exclusive interview with Hola magazine. They basically said, yes, we're together. In an interview, Ángela dropped a bombshell quote implying this love story was years in the making. This isn't a new relationship. It's a continuation of a story that life made us pause. Ángela revealed, hinting that after some time apart, they found their way back to each other. She made it sound almost fated, like they had always been in love with each other. They just had to wait for the stars to align. That romantic explanation was sweet and all, but many fans read between the lines and went, hold up, wait a minute, a continuation of a story? When did this story begin? Given the timing, it is confusing till this day, and Ángela will not reveal when they started dating.
¿Y cuándo empezó ese amor? Ay, no sé.
And Ángela's words stirred a lot of chatter online. People wondered if Ángela had been in the picture before Nodal and Cazzu officially broke up. Was she the reason for the split? Had Nodal essentially done a swap out? The speculation was intense. The phrase continuation of a story felt like some confession that Nodal and Ángela had a thing going on for a while, possibly dating back to 2020 duet, as some insiders later suggested. In any case, the public reaction was split. Some were thrilled, but many others were not having it, especially fans of Cazzu who felt like she got the raw end of the deal. Nodal quickly realized the internet was running wild with cheating rumors and decided to douse those flames. On June 11th, a day after the news broke, he posted a video statement on social media to deny any infidelity and clarifying the timeline. In his heartfelt message, Nodal insisted that he and Cazzu had ended things with mutual respect and that there were never any third parties in their relationship. He expressed love and respect for Cazzu as the mother of his child and said their journey simply had reached its end naturally. Essentially, no one cheated, no villains here, please chill. But nobody bought that. It was damage control mode. Nodal also professed that he would always love little Inti and be in her life, trying to reassure everyone that he wasn't abandoning his responsibilities. Despite Nodal's attempt to calm things, a lot of people remained skeptical. From the outside, the whole situation looked bad. Like really, really bad. I mean, breaking up with your baby mama in less than a month, revealing you're with a longtime friend who was calling herself the baby's auntie is a recipe for drama. Latin America's social media was on fire with hot takes. Ángela received a lot of heavy criticism. Many accused her of violating girl code by getting involved with someone whose partner she was chummy with. Memes were made. Hashtags trended. It was messy, but Nodal and Ángela didn't back down. In fact, they seemed to double down on their love story, as we'll see next.
We have a lot to catch up on, ma'am.
Girl,
Stop. I know.
If you thought this saga was dramatic already, hold on to your mariachi hat. Just when everyone was processing the new Nodal-Ángela pairing, the couple hit the gas pedal full throttle. In late June 2024, mere weeks after going public with Ángela, apparently they decided to make it very permanent. She got Nodal's initials tattoo on her left hand. Yes, seriously, a celebrity tattoo artist billed that Ángela came in and got C and Cristian Nodal's initials inked on her hand, and they even sang along the Lana Del Rey together during the session. Talk about moving fast. It's almost like they were trying to prove their commitment to doubters by literally marking it on their skin. Even fans were like, girl, he just got out of a relationship. Maybe don't go tattooing his name yet. Not long after that, Nodal and Ángela started sharing little glimpses of their romance on social media, something they've been mostly quiet about. Ángela posted a coy Instagram photo, and Nodal shared a short video of them playing piano together, looking like lovebirds. It was like they were saying, look, we're happy, okay? Still, they kept many details private, including a very big detail that was about to explode in the headlines. In July 2024, rumors began flying that Nodal had proposed to Ángela. Ángela was spotted wearing a large, shiny ring in that finger. Yeah, that finger. Fans couldn't believe it. They were really getting upset already. The gossip was confirmed in the wildest way. By the end of July, news broke that Christian Nodal and Ángela Aguilar had secretly got married. Yes, married. They didn't even bother with a long engagement. Leaked photos hit social media on July 2024, showing the couple in wedding attire at a private ceremony. Suddenly, all of Latin America collectively gasped. ¿Qué? ¿Se casaron? They got married? Details trickled out. The wedding was an intimate affair at an hacienda Morelos, Mexico. Ángela wore a vintage-style long-sleeve wedding dress. Nodal wore a matching suit. There was even a photo of her father, Pepe Aguilar, walking her down the aisle. Talk about full-circle moment for the Aguilar dynasty. The guest list was small, but they did include some big names, such as Mark Anthony and his wife. There was also gossip that before the wedding, Nodal and Ángela took a trip to Rome and got a blessing from the Pope for their union. Go big or go home, I guess. They really pulled out all the stops for a hush-hush wedding. When news of the marriage hit the public, the reaction was nuclear. Fans and media personalities had a field day. On one hand, you had some supporters, congratulations to the couple, love wins, but a much louder audience was saying this is way too fast and super sketchy. Remember, this was barely 2 months after Nodal broke up with Cazzu and only 1 month after confirming that he was dating Ángela. To many, the whole situation felt disrespectful to Cazzu and Baby Inti, and even to Belinda's memory with Nodal. Fans were upset. Social media exploded with backlash. Critics dragged Nodal for trading women like he does shoes. Any relationship time to breathe. Memes compared the timeline of his romances to the speed of light. And Ángela, she got hit with a not a girl's girl label. Big time. People recalled how she cozied up to Cazzu and celebrated the pregnancy, only to end up effectively stepping into Cazzu's shoes. The betrayal of trust did not sit well with many, who accused Ángela of snaking her way into Nodal's heart. It didn't help that Belinda's past warnings seemed vindicated. Belinda had been wary of Ángela in 2020, and here we are in 2024, and Ángela's Mrs. Nodal. Even Belinda herself appeared to throw shade. Just before Nodal's new romance went public, Belinda released a song called Cactus, with lyrics about a hurtful ex who was responsible for the breakup. The track is believed to be about Nodal and hinted he was partly to blame for how things ended. Fans saw it as Belinda's mic drop moment, subtly warning the world about Nodal before the Ángela news even hit. Talk about timing. As if it were not enough, wild rumors started swirling around the circumstances of the wedding. The most viral theory was that Ángela's dad at this point is now being called, alluding that he's a diva just like Beyoncé, so now they call him Pepe Yonce. He basically ordered Nodal to marry her quickly to make an honest woman of her, or perhaps to save face with the scandalous optics. According to the chisme on the internet, there was even a strict prenup supposedly enforced by Pepe Aguilar with some hilariously dramatic conditions. This is totally unconfirmed. This is fan spread prenup clauses that include gems like Nodal cannot cheat on Ángela unless he's cool paying $12 million and getting an instant divorce, or Nodal and Ángela must remain married for at least 3 years minimum. Of course, these are all just fan theories and jokes running wild on Twitter. There's zero evidence any such contracts do exist. But the fact that people believe this story, and honestly, it kind of sounds like something Pepe Yonce might impose, shows how crazy the conversation got. It was as if everyone assumed Nodal must have been pressured to marry so fast because the backlash was so intense. Meanwhile, how are the newlyweds doing amid the storm? For a while, they stayed pretty low-key after tying the knot. Nodal and Ángela jetted off to Los Cabos for their honeymoon in August 2024, trying to enjoy some privacy and gorgeous sunsets away from all the noise. They posted a few honeymoon pictures, a rare glimpse, and looked happy and unbothered by everything that was coming to the surface. But rumors kept churning every single week. Even though the question is about the timeline up to the marriage, we have to mention a little bit of the post-wedding drama because it's directly related to the obstacles they face as a couple. By fall 2024, the dust was starting to settle. Nodal and Ángela resumed work. She even joined him on stage in October 2024 to sing a duet at one of his concerts, trying to show a united front, maybe win back some public approval. And well, put her foot in her mouth a bit. In the interview with Good Morning America in October 2024, Ángela Aguilar tried to defend their love story and push back against the villain narrative. And everybody got upset because she did it in U.S. media as opposed to Mexican media, where she gets her money from. Everyone follows her in Mexico, not much in the U.S. She argued that people didn't know the full story and were painting her and Nodal unfairly. Then she said something that really set people off.
No one's heart got broken. We have a clear consciousness.
Ángela claimed all the parties involved are on the same page. No one's heart got broken. We have a clear consciousness. What do you mean no one's heart got broken? The internet collectively shouted, "Girl, what?" To many, it sounded like Ángela was dismissing Cazzu's feelings entirely, almost implying Cazzu was totally cool with it. And that did not go over very well. And indeed, it didn't go over well with Cazzu herself. She had stayed silent throughout the entire thing. This time, she wasn't going to stay silent. Cazzu publicly addressed the situation. She went on a podcast shortly after and responded directly to Ángela's GMA comments.
No, y bueno, volviendo un poco como que es la primera vez que siento la necesidad de ponerle un límite a esto, ¿no? De decir, yo no tenía conocimiento de que ellos tenían una relación previa a anunciarla. A mí, cuando me dejaron por un motivo distinto. Se habló de mis sentimientos en boca de alguien que no me conoce, que no sabe cómo yo lo pasé. Se dijo que no se rompió un corazón y que aquí nadie sufrió. Yo sufrí muchísimo y se rompió muchísimo más que un corazón.
And this is what Cazzu said. She says, I found out about the relationship the same way everyone else did, through the media. She said, my heart got broken and I suffered a lot. She essentially called BS on Ángela's rosy version of events. Cazzu also mentioned she had even asked Nodal straight up if he was seeing someone else when they were ending things, and he denied it. So if Cazzu's telling the truth, she definitely did not give her blessing to this continuation of a story. In her view, her heart was indeed broken, and there was a child in the middle of all of this, which made it hurt even more. This little back and forth via media added even more controversy to the Nodal-Ángela marriage. Ángela's attempt at PR damage control backfired, making people sympathize with Cazzu even more. Nodal had to jump in once again on Halloween 2024. He hopped on IG Live to reiterate that Ángela was never his lover while he was with Cazzu and that he never cheated. He was basically trying to calm the water and stand up for both Ángela to stop the hate she was getting and for Cazzu, acknowledging her feelings. A tough tightrope to walk, and he did not do very well. By this point, it was such a ride. Despite all this public turmoil, Nodal and Ángela remained together, focusing on their music and appearances. As of 2025, they're still married and building their life together, at least for now. One thing's for sure, Nodal and Ángela have kept us all hooked on their story. And if you're still confused about how these two ended up hitched, don't worry, because even Ángela cannot clear this up for us. She said in an interview, "Oh, I don't know the timeline, I forgot," or something like that. I'll play the clip right here.
¿Y cuándo empezó ese amor? Ay, no sé.
Love in the limelight ain't easy, and these two have navigated a minefield of obstacles, and all self-inflicted. Will their love last? Only time will tell, but for now, we will be keeping an eye on Instagram for the next plot twist. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.